Oh, I'm in a ton of pain. I went to see my physio this morning and he has made me limp. We're working on some inflammation in my left leg, and he put a needle into my leg, got the point, and then started to spasm the point. If you've ever had that done before, it was terrible. And he's made me really sore, so can't wait to get out and go for a run again tomorrow and try and loosen this bad boy up. But this is 24 days to go, so trying to get everything in order and doing some washing at the moment and getting a whole lot of gear ready for the UK. So it's getting pretty damn exciting, and I've got to keep moving because as soon as I stop, this leg suffers badly. So anyway, that's what happened today at the physio. Yeah, just 3 weeks to go, and I'm super excited. You know, like, there's just so many amazing things that are happening now and going to happen during the run. So yeah, I can't wait. It's all coming together pretty well. The only real drama we have at the moment is accommodation, because our budget doesn't allow us to stay 80 nights or so in hotels, and we've got to work something out, because at this stage it looks like we're going to spend a lot of time sleeping in the car, and of course that's not going to be ideal for run preparation every day. So I've got to find a solution to that somehow. Been trying to get a sponsor on board to give us hotel sponsorship. That hasn't happened yet, and with 3 weeks to go, we've got everybody scratching their heads to see what we can come up with. Hopefully some of the rugby clubs might be able to help us out, and just generosity of people along the way that can put us up for the night. So it's going to be a difficult one. I know that a lot of people have suggested we get a tent, stay in that. First of all, my wife's not a camping person at all. That's going to add more stress to the process, but also pitching a tent after our obligations to go to rugby clubs and all that sort of stuff, and camping and pulling it all down the next day and going, it's going to make it more logistically difficult. So the process is to try and get some kind of accommodation that's not sleeping in the back of the car. So that's one of the big ones at the moment, and we'll see how all that goes. So you might know by now I'm nursing a little bit of an injury. For the last 3 weeks I've had inflammation around my tendons, and the ultrasounds that I have had done show absolutely no damage to the tendons. They're all fine. It's just the inflammation, a bit of calcification, and that's due to a number of factors: my age, my genetic makeup, my DNA, my amount of training I've been doing, because I've put a few thousand miles under the belt since July last year, and this is the first time I've had anything at all to deal with. So it's a great experience, because this is all part of being an ultra runner. You need to sort out your body when it starts showing you that it's not breaking down, but it's needing some love and attention. So with the help of my great physio Victor, he's been working on it, and we have a plan now up until I leave Mexico to head to the UK to sort this out. So yesterday Victor did some intensive work, let's call it that way, on my problem area. He first of all stuck a needle into my leg and found where the problem was, and he released the pressure by giving it spasms in my leg, which I can tell you was quite interesting, to say the least. And it was good though, because anytime I'm moving forward and I'm working on a positive solution, then I'm really happy about it, and that's what happened yesterday. So after Victor did the needle work, which lasted only about 15 minutes, he then went to work on calming down the leg and trying to roll out the inflammation, which you can see him doing. But that made my leg really sore, and by the time I finished treatment yesterday I couldn't hardly walk. And it's a little bit scary for someone who's so dependent on their fitness and their health in the way that I am with running every day. So he assured me though that within 24 hours all of that pain would be gone and that I would be able to run today. Here I am. And that this will help improve the issue that I have. So between now and starting the run on May the 8th in the UK, it's all about managing this. I've cut my mileage back significantly. I'd rather go into the run in the UK having to build my mileage up again, which I'm going to do as a matter of fact. So between now and then it's about just getting back to a safe level of distance and mileage where I'm not going to do any extensive damage. Now when I arrive in the UK, I'm going to have the support of the Foot and Gait Clinic in Taunton. G'day Ali and the team, and they're going to be taking over my care and helping with recovery and all those other things. So this is the plan we're putting in place. We're putting a plan in to succeed in this whole run, and no matter what happens, I'm going to finish in John O'Groats in northern Scotland. So there's an update on the body. The rest of the body's fantastic, feeling really good, mentally really strong. I think the last days, by cutting down my mileage a bit, it's helped me gain a little bit of mental strength as well, because when you're running for a long period of time it does get draining and you're probably not aware of it all the time. So by dropping back that mileage now and having a lesser volume to deal with, I'm feeling super fresh. So yeah, I just can't wait to get going on this run. If you want to follow along my run, then you're going to be able to check it out on my YouTube channel. Every day we're going to be posting a video from the course, and you'll get to see all the things that I'm doing, not just the running part, but the beautiful scenery through England, Wales and Scotland. You'll get to meet a lot of people. We're going to be talking to people in the rugby community about mental health, and we're going to visit a lot of rugby clubs and famous rugby grounds. So there's going to be a lot of diverse content for you to watch as we head over there to the UK. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification. You'll be notified every time I drop a video. And thank you for that. I really appreciate everybody that's joining. You're not forgotten, and I do read all of your comments, so thank you for those. Wifey and I have been working out our schedule when we arrive in London. We're flying into London Gatwick Airport, and if you haven't been to London or the UK before, that's in the south of London. And we're going to be meeting up with Mr. Ian Braid, who's been helping us enormously. He's part of our wonderful team in the UK. He was the first member of our team, and we're going to be meeting Ian, and then we're going to be jumping into our wonderful sponsored car by Lexus and heading to Taunton, which is about 2 to 3 hours away from London Gatwick. And when we get to Taunton, we've got an appointment booked with the Foot and Gait Clinic to go through my running gait and have a look at analysis of everything to do with my running, because they are the sponsors of my new running shoes. So I can't tell you yet what shoes I'm going to be wearing because I don't know, and don't worry, I'm going to get practice in them before I start off. So I've got my old trusted ones with me, so for all those people saying don't change shoes before you do this run, don't worry, I've got it all sorted out with the team, and we're going to manage that accordingly. So heading straight to Taunton in the UK. I haven't been there before. I've heard it's a beautiful area, and it's on the way down to Land's End where we're going to be starting the run. So going to be heading down there for a couple of days in that area before wifey and I get ready to head down to Land's End on the Sunday night. That's May the 7th, to start off on Monday morning, and the big journey begins. So that's going to be the initial schedule, and as I've promised in previous videos, I am going to share the route with you. I'll probably do it week by week, so you know what I'm doing each week. That might be easier for people to follow. Hey, I wanted to give you all an update on how this hydration vest is going. This was kindly sponsored by Invectus Sports Tech in Australia. Naveen and the team provided this for me, and I've been using it now for a week and a half or so. It's really interesting when you get used to things, and if you are a runner, you'll know that you have your favorite pair of running shoes, or 1 or 2 pairs of favorite shoes. You have your favorite gadgets that you use and all that sort of thing. Well, it's the same when it comes to hydration vests. And the one that I was using before, it had a bladder and it went on my back, which distributed the weight in a different way to what I'm using with this one. So this one's taking a little bit of time to get used to for that reason. I've got all the weight at the front here with the bottles and the food on the side, and I haven't got anything in the back at the moment, but I will do when I'm running, so I'm assuming that's going to balance things out. I will practice that in the coming days just to make sure that I've got that sensation. But yeah, it is a different feeling to run with a hydration vest where you've got particularly the water and hydration at the front and not in a bladder at the back. So if you're thinking of buying a new hydration vest, then consider that in the purchasing options. Try a couple out, ask some friends if you've got one that you can give a try, and just see what you like. I'm probably going to use both at different times in the run. This one on the longer days and the majority of days, but I will use my other one as a backup and have that there for sure. But anyway, I just thought it might be interesting to share a little bit about the hydration vest and how all that works. Well, it's an extremely hot day here again in Cancun, but the good news is I've been able to get through my run with no problems with my legs. So Victor, thank you amigo, and muchas gracias. You've done a wonderful job to keep me on the straight and narrow, so I really appreciate that. Now this whole expedition is about to get really exciting. We're just 2 weeks away from getting on a plane and going to London Gatwick Airport, and 3 weeks away from starting the run at Land's End down in the southwest corner of England. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to get out there on the roads and the trails of the UK and to start ticking off the miles every day. Now, if you're able to support us in any way with accommodation and putting us up for the night, just reach out to me and I will send you a list of our schedule so you can see where you might be able to help us out on a certain day. I don't want to spend too many times sleeping in the car on this adventure. That's going to make things a little bit more challenging. But at the end of the day, this is all about mental health and supporting the people within the rugby community and also the broader community when it comes to mental health and mental well-being. It's a very passionate topic of mine. It's something that I've suffered from dramatically in the past, and I know how low it is when you get into a deep, dark depression. So I want to be able to help as many people as we can, not only through this run, but also through the activities that we're doing. So if you're keen to see a lot of the UK in the videos that we make, whether it be from a historical point of view, beautiful countryside, meeting some fantastic people, trying some fantastic food, stay tuned because it's all going to be here on this channel as we go through every day of the 70 days, heading all the way up to John O'Groats in northern Scotland. Now over the next week I'm going to keep focusing on my rehab of my leg, getting the runs under my belt, keeping the fitness level well, doing a lot of swimming, and just feeling getting myself feeling ready to get into that running process over there. Wifey and I have a lot of logistics to still sort out. We've got a huge list about this long of things that we need to get through, but we're ticking all those off each day. And at the end of the day, let's face it, it's an exciting process to go through. I haven't been traveling for a while, so this is going to be really, really exciting as well. Now, for anybody out there that's watching who can help us out, we already have a bunch of wonderful sponsors and partners on board. You can see a list of them. And Rugger Coffee has just joined our team at Rugger Coffee. Thank you very much for supporting the Run for Rugby UK 2023. I'm not a coffee drinker, but my wife is, and she says thank you. She's looking forward to trying out your coffee initiative, and that's by Rugger Coffee. So I'll put a link in the description of this video and you can check them out. Now, with all the other sponsors and partners of this run, I'm going to be finding out what they can do for you, the audience on this run, so that you might be able to share in some discounts or activities supported by our sponsors and partners. So I'll let you know in future videos how that's going to work out. So again, thank you enormously to all of our partners and sponsors on board. Without this would not be possible. I'm not a gazillionaire. I can't afford to do this sort of things by myself. And it's going to have a huge impact on the community that are suffering with mental health, and that's what this is all about. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, well that's it for another video. I hope you're all well, and don't forget to hit that little subscribe button. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think of the videos and any ideas you've got about our runner through the UK. If you've got a favourite spot in the UK, tell us about it. We might end up going there and filming it for you. That would be a fun thing to do as well. I'll be back again soon with another video talking about all sorts of things that are going on as we prepare for this run. Until then, I want to say to you all, stay safe, stay well, and if you can, get out there and go for a run. It could change your life. See you soon.